Hi guys, I'm Travis, and today I'm going to be informing you guys about global warming. Here's my audience. And I found a quote while researching this that I really liked, and it said, "Today we can see with our own eyes what global warming is doing. In that context, it becomes truly irresponsible, if not immoral, for us to do nothing." And that is said by Joe Lieberman. So what do you need to know about global warming? When people say global warming, they're typically referring to a rise in the average temperature in Earth's climate system. Nearly two-thirds of Americans believe that global warming is real, which is kind of scary because I thought it was more common knowledge and more people believed in it. But temperatures over land and ocean have gone up at least 0.8 degrees Celsius or 1.4 Fahrenheit on average since the 19th century. The consensus among climate scientists is that the temperature increase have been driven primarily by extra greenhouse gases that humans have put into the earth, mainly since the Industrial Revolution. Now, greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide trap heat at the Earth's surface, preventing the heat from escaping back into our space too quickly. So when we burn our coal or our oil for energy or cut down forests, and we basically just add more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and that causes the planet to warm up. Global warming also refers to what scientists think will happen in the future if humans keep adding these greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. Scientists project that temperatures could rise at least 2 degrees Celsius, if not more, possibly 4 degrees Celsius by the end of this century, which is not good. Many experts consider 2 degrees unacceptably high, so if it gets any higher than 2, for example 4, like they say it could go up, then it could cause deadly heat waves, droughts, flooding, and extinctions, and or endangerments. Avoiding drastic global warming would likely require a complete overhaul of our energy system. Fossil fuels currently provide 87% of the world's energy. To zero out these emissions in this century, we have to replace most with low carbon sources like wind power, solar power, nuclear power, geothermal power, or carbon capture, which is a lot easier said than done. So how do we know that global warming is real? The Earth's average surface temperature has risen roughly 8.8 degrees Celsius since early 20th century. But that's not the only clue. Scientists have also noted that glaciers and ice sheets around the world are melting. We also have satellites in our atmosphere up in space that are showing that since the 1970s that we've had more warmer temperatures in our lower atmosphere. There's more heat in the ocean, causing water to expand and sea levels to rise, and plants are actually flowering earlier in many parts of the world because there's more humidity in the atmosphere. So how do we know that humans are causing global warming? Well, scientists are saying that they are about 95% certain that human influence has been the dominant cause of global warming since around 1950s. They're as sure as this as they are that cigarette smoke causes cancer. So, what are greenhouse gases coming from? The Earth has already had greenhouse gases in effect since way before humans had any involvement. It's actually a part of the natural carbon cycle that the Earth goes through. But since the Industrial Revolution, humans have added way more carbon dioxide, methane, and some other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Those activities are such as burning fossil fuels and clearing forests. One of the big things that we have are the plants, not actual plants, but the plants that you work at. They are emitting so many different greenhouse gases that are trapping the heat on to Earth. About 25% of man-made greenhouse gases come from burning coal, and 19% by using natural gas, and about 21% from using oil. 15% of man-made emissions are from land use changes. Forests, for example, absorb carbon dioxide. So if we're clearing out our forests, then we don't have enough plants to pull the carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and causing the Earth to warm up. The world's top 5 greenhouse gas emitters in 2011 were China, the United States, the European Union, India, and Russia, all in that order. So how has global warming affected us so far? Well, they've caused higher temperatures. Every continent has warmed substantially since the 1950s. They've also caused heavier storms. The world's atmosphere can hold more moisture as it warms. As a result, the overall number of heavier storms has increased. We see that in different hurricanes. Hurricane Katrina was a really bad one. They can also cause heat waves. The heat waves we've already had, but with more of these greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, they are longer and more frequent, especially in parts of the world like Europe, Asia, and Australia. They hurt us by shrinking the sea ice and by shrinking glaciers. Scientists think that around 3.5 to 4.1% of our glaciers have shrunk per decade on average, which is not good, which is indirectly towards the rising sea levels. Another one that people don't really think about is the shortening of the food supply, because if our crops and stuff, if it's overheated, we're having droughts, we're causing our food supplies to go endangered and extinct. So, how can we stop global warming? Well, the only way to stop global warming, if there even is a way, which scientists think that there might not be a way anymore, it might be too late, is by cutting out the greenhouse gas emissions. Even that wouldn't even stop global warming from happening. So I wanted to talk about global warming because I feel like it is such an important issue that has gotten swept under the rug. With our new presidency, he has taken a lot of the executive orders out that President Obama put in to help switch to a more clean, renewable system of energy, and I just don't think that we have enough time to waste on switching to these cleaner sources of energy. Every second counts, and I think that this planet has been great to us, so I think it's about time that we start being great back to the planet. We only have one planet so far that we can live on, and we need to treat it that way because it's treated us right. Alrighty, thank you.